All right, this is Geoff Castellucci, Song of Durin. Let's do it. But first, like, subscribe, comment, click the bell for notifications. Consider supporting us on Patreon for exclusive perks. It's really cheap. And subscribe to the Words Like That Arts and Media Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. All right, now shut up and get to it.
Have no words like that.
Volume here. Nice. Going for the Gimli vibe here.
No stain yet on the moon was seen. No
Water dripping.
words were laid on stream or stone.
All right.
When Durin woke
At the Richard Armitage vibe.
He named the nameless hills and
Nice.
he drank from yet untasted wells. He stooped and looked in mirror. And
We're going for a Legolas vibe there.
Stars appear
Yeah.
as gems upon a silver thread above
Nice.
the shadow of his head. The world was fair.
All right, I gotta stop it. Man, this is incredible. Good grief. All right, so this is obviously Tolkien, Song of Durin. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I try to watch the movies at least once a year. I've read the books. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but the song does not appear in the films. I don't recall this. I believe Gimli sings it in the books. I don't recall it in the movie unless it's maybe in the extended cuts, which I have seen, but regardless, this is incredible. I love the costumes. This looks to be, and somebody may have said this in a comment when they requested this song, or saying that Geoff was about to do this one, that it was the most expensive costume setting, or most, not necessarily expensive, but most elaborate costume and makeup job that he's done. You can tell the first Geoff that appeared here is dressed like Gimli, which is great. Of course, Geoff is much larger than the actual character of Gimli. And then you've got the next one. He looked more like, I can't think of the name of the Dwarf King from The Hobbit. Durin, the title character in the song. Richard Armitage is the actor that played him in the Hobbit films. Anyways, he's got that vibe going on. I'm not 100% sure who the third Geoff was supposed to be. The fourth, which looks the most like the actual Geoff, has the arrows. I'm getting a Legolas elf vibe here, and I'm not sure maybe who the fifth one's supposed to be. Is there just supposed to be a general Lord of the Rings Middle Earth motif? The set is excellent. The costumes are excellent, but most importantly, the singing is excellent. The arrangement is excellent. This is an arrangement that somebody did. I believe I understood correctly that Geoff based his own arrangement on. He's not doing an exact copy of this arrangement that somebody else did, but he kind of used that as his basis. And it sounds fantastic. I've talked before about how much I love Geoff when he does classic country western, and that's probably my favorite Geoff subgenre, if you consider Geoff as his own genre. My second favorite Geoff subgenre is probably going to be these epic fantasy medieval type songs that he does. Let's get back to it.
In elder days before the fall of
Yeah, buddy.
kings in Nargothrond and Gondolin, who now beyond the western seas have passed away. The world was fair in Durin's day. A king he was on carven throne in many pillared halls of
shower upon
Listen to that harmony. Man, that's fantastic.
the door. The light of sun and star and moon and shining lamps of crystal hewn, undimmed by cloud or shade of night, that shone forever fair and bright.
Their hammer on the endless bought, their chisel clove and graver wrote, their forged was blade and bound was hilt, the delver mined, the mason built, their beryl, pearl, and opal mail, and metal wrought like fish's mail, buckler and corselet, axe and sword, and shining spears were laid in
Man. Wow.
unwearied. Then were Durin's folk beneath the mountain. Music woke. The harpers harped, the minstrels sang, and at the gates the trumpets rang. The world is gray, the mountains
And I haven't even said anything, guys. I'm sorry. This is incredible.
old, the forge is fire, is ashen cold. No harp is rung, no hammer falls, the darkness dwells in Durin's hall.
Man.
Shadow lies upon his tomb in Moria, in KHAZAD, but still the sunken stars appear.
Man. Sounds like a totally different guy than who was just doing the bass.
There lies his crown in water deep, till Durin wakes again from sleep.
That's nice that it ends with Gimli because he's the one that sang it in the book. Yeah. And the water drip too. I mentioned that earlier in the reaction, but I didn't talk about it whenever I stopped it. That was excellent. That is top tier, Geoff. Again, this is one of those ones that I forget that I'm supposed to be doing a reaction video, that I'm supposed to be commenting and letting you know my thoughts and analyzing the vocals and the music and all this stuff. And I just got caught up in it. The sound just enveloped me, engulfed me. I was mesmerized by the visuals, which is really cool for somebody like me who loves the fantasy stuff, who loves Tolkien, Lord of the Rings, but also the sound, which is the most important thing. The range of this man. I can't even talk. He goes down to the depths of the Balrog's lair. And then he's up 2 or 3 octaves, and he sounds like just a completely different singer, and it's so smooth and angelic. This is one of his best for me. I knew the vocals were going to be great. I knew it was going to be mixed well. I knew the video was going to be good, but the production on this in particular with the costumes really, really just set this off. This was masterful. Cannot wait to see what Geoff is going to do next. Hope you enjoyed that clip. If you did, consider supporting us on Patreon for the full episode. Subscribe to YouTube if you hadn't already, and we'll see you soon.